Warning, in the SugarCoat Podcast, we do not actually sugarcoat anything. Everything you are about to hear is our opinion and our beliefs. If you get offended, sorry not sorry.
What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the SugarCoat Podcast.
We messed up.
We did. How? We messed up?
Yeah, we did.
How?
Because we went SugarCoat Podcast.
No,
Yeah,
SugarCoat.
we just did it at the same time, you know? So we
Okay.
did.
Alright, we're gonna try one more time then.
Okay, let's do it again.
Hi, guys. you can't edit that out. That was kind of funny. Welcome, guys. Welcome to episode 2 of the SugarCoat
There we go. Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah.
We are your hosts, CJ and
Manny.
the man Manny. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic whatever time
Weekend.
of day it is, or weekend. Yeah, sure.
Planning for the weekend.
That's
When this
weekend.
was made.
It's weekend. Yeah, this is when it was made. Me and Manny basically have been like discussing like what we're gonna talk about in this podcast. And honestly, the topic of choice is probably something that's gonna take up the entire podcast. So like I was interested to find out how the Snyder Cut, his original vision, because Zack Snyder was the guy who made Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and was filming the Justice League movie, but had to back out of it because his unfortunately his daughter Autumn committed suicide, and he had to back out of it.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, it's really sad. So I mean, rest in peace to Autumn. And like Zack Snyder, the director of this film, like don't get me wrong, he seems like a great guy, and he's been through some shit that nobody should have to go through, you know, losing a child and all that. But I am not attacking his character. You probably see where this is going. I'm attacking his
Producing abilities.
his directing abilities, and his writing abilities. As I said, you probably know where this is going. I'm not referring to the Snyder Cut just yet. We're not going to get into that. I'm talking about Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. I hated Man of Steel. I hated the way it portrayed Superman. Was not a fan.
Wasn't that bad.
I mean, it had its moments,
Yeah,
but
it wasn't
overall,
too crazy bad.
I did not enjoy Man of Steel at all. Like, I really hated Man of Steel. Batman v Superman. There was two editions of the movie. The one that released in theaters, and the Ultimate Edition that released on Blu-ray, which was like another extra 30 minutes. I honestly didn't see a big difference between those two cuts. It just seemed like they added a little more, and that was it. Overall, the movie was not very good, I will admit. The only reason I give it an okay is because I really, and this is probably not a popular opinion, I mean, it might now be, I don't know. But I really enjoy Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah, so do I.
I dig his Batman a lot, especially in Batman v Superman. That warehouse scene where he fights all those guys trying to save Martha. God, let's not mention Martha because of that fucking scene. Like, why did you say that name? But that warehouse scene was like, it reminded me of like Arkham video game Batman's. Like, it's just so good.
Which are all amazing games.
All amazing games.
All amazing games.
Like, I love Affleck as Batman. I was excited for his movie, and Ben Affleck was supposed to direct it and star in it. And Ben Affleck's a fantastic director, but shit didn't work out. Somebody else ended up directing it, and they ended up Matt Reeves was the new director, and then they ended up recasting and doing a younger Batman, and it became the Batman movie that's coming out with Robert Pattinson, which the trailer of it looks good. The trailer was sick, actually. I really enjoyed the trailer for that. But not to go off on a tangent, you can butt in whenever you want, Manny.
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm just talking over you right now.
This is your topic.
It is really though. It is because I'm the nerd. He's just A dork that doesn't know anything.
Yeah, I'm a dork.
That doesn't know anything.
I'm a gaming and sports guy, and mythology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's that comic book nerd, you know? Those Comic-Con kids. Those children.
Yet I've only been to one convention.
Those children.
I've only been to one fucking convention my entire life.
Those children.
Dude, you look like a child.
And? Your point?
I enjoyed Ben Affleck's Batman. I was excited for his movie. Disappointed that we didn't get it, but the new Batman we're getting looks good. So, I went into the SNYDER Cut Justice League with very low expectations. Did not expect it to be any better than the original cut, just longer. And after watching it, and guys, I've watched this movie 3 times.
Yeah.
It's a 4-hour-long movie, and I watched it 3 times because I wanted to make sure I was well known on the movie so that I can talk about it. And
Such
give
a
you
nerd.
and give you guys a proper opinion and a proper review of the thing. So I watched it 3 times. That's a lot of hours, guys. So I hope you guys appreciate me. I'm just kidding. Like, who gives a fuck, right? Oh, great, you watch it 3 hours. Like, you don't have a life. I don't. That's why I watched it 3 fucking times. My first impressions. Do you want to state your first impressions first? Like, overall, just say what you thought of it.
Trailer-wise, or
No, just
watching
just
the movie throughout?
itself. Let's not worry about the trailer. The movie itself, overall, what did you think? And when we get into the deep review, we're spoiling the shit out of the movie.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it,
sorry.
Not sorry. But I mean, yeah, sorry, not sorry. Because come on, it's been a week.
But
like,
realistically,
just be honest. Be completely honest.
I am.
Don't sugarcoat shit.
A freaking waste of 4 hours.
Waste of 4 hours.
I
really?
could have done something way better with my life.
Wow, that's.
And think about that. You watched it 3 times, so you wasted 12 hours.
That's your opinion.
No, it was a waste of 4 hours.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I mean, sorry. You don't apologize to me. That's how you felt about the movie.
Oh, yeah, sorry, not sorry.
It's not my movie, so I don't give a shit.
Waste of complete 4 hours.
Waste of complete. Was it really that bad?
It wasn't horrible. The way
you're making it sound is like it's fucking terrible.
No. Okay. So let me rephrase what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, go for it. Is
the fact that it was a okay movie, but if I had a choice to do something else more productive with my 4 hours, I would have definitely chose those 4 hours over this movie.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, do you think it was better than the original cut?
Yes,
the one that was released in theaters.
Okay. Definitely, but it's kind of sad that you needed 4 hours to make a movie that was better than. Well, how long was it?
You're skipping ahead. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're skipping ahead.
Oopsie.
Yeah, you're skipping way ahead. Anyways, my overall impressions of the movie, it is definitely much better than the cut that was released in theaters. Like, it's night and fucking day.
Yeah.
Like the skeleton, the skeleton of the story, like.
The way it builds was nice.
Well, no, let me get into like the overall the main story is basically the same, but the execution was like completely fucking different. And overall, I thought it was a good movie. I'm gonna say this: Zack Snyder finally made a good DC movie. Now that I said that, let me tear it apart.
No, thank you, because I was about to say, are you really lying to these people?
Dude, I'm not lying to them. I did think it was a good movie, but it was too fucking long, man. Like, there was so much shit in it that seemed kind of unnecessary. It just basically seemed like Zack Snyder was like, you know what? People are probably never going to see me direct a DC movie again. So let me just show them everything that I fucking did. And I feel like that's exactly what we got. We got every single fucking thing that Zack Snyder did for the Justice League film.
Which hurt so much.
Yeah, it hurted at times, man. It's just granted, you go into this movie knowing it's going to be 4 hours. But you're hoping that it's not going to feel
4
like
hours.
4 hours. Like,
there's movies like Lord of the Rings.
There's long
3.5
movies.
hours, but it doesn't feel 3.5 hours.
Right, there's long movies out there that doesn't feel like it because it's smooth. Like It
The
just
storytelling is perfect.
storytelling's good. It just goes by so smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, it felt like fucking 4 hours, and I watched it 3 times. And like, I have friends that love this movie. I have this one specific friend that I wish I could get on the podcast. Maybe I'll get him on one day and we could debate it. He called the movie a masterpiece. This movie is not a fucking masterpiece. I'm sorry. It's not.
Oh yeah, dude.
It is not a fucking masterpiece. It is a huge improvement and an actual good movie. But it's not a fucking masterpiece. It was very slow at times. Some things just seemed unnecessary, and we'll get into more detail about it soon. But this is just my overall impression. My thing is, it's a good story, but if you need Zack Snyder, if you need 4 hours to tell a good story, you're not a good storyteller. You're just not. And I apologize to all the Zack Snyder fans out there who think he's the greatest director since Steve Spielberg or whatever. Well, I'm not really sorry because you guys are wrong. He's not. He's not a good director and he's not a very good writer. And I'm sorry. I'm like, again, I feel for the guy. He went through a lot of bad shit and that's terrible. But I'm not attacking his character. I'm attacking what he's done with his work.
Not attack. Yeah, do not.
And like, I don't think I'm attacking. I'm just being honest.
Honest. Yeah.
Like I still feel at times, even though a lot of the characters in this movie were more fleshed out. Like the villain, it's the main villain, Steppenwolf. Like we actually understood why he was doing what he was doing. They actually explained that. Cyborg got a better story arc. Flash got a better story arc. But it's like
that's what made it too long.
Well, that's not what made. I don't think that's what made it too long.
I'm sorry.
I enjoyed the
first 2 hours were just anxiety.
Okay. I enjoy that they were able to flesh out the characters more. I just wish they were able to simplify it into a shorter movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, again, and I don't want to sound like I'm like, 'cause I actually did enjoy the movie. It's just, it was just way too much, man. And this is coming from a guy who was like, I was like, if you want to make Endgame 4 hours long, fucking do it, and I will watch every second of it. But that's because I'm just convinced that Marvel Studios, the Russo brothers, who were the directors of Endgame and Infinity War, I was just convinced that they would be able to pull it off, and they probably could. I mean, Endgame was 3 hours. It didn't feel like 3 hours. It flown by because it was such a good fucking movie. And like, I don't want to compare the two because they are completely different in tone and the way they're made. But I mean, it's hard not to make those comparisons because they're comic book movies.
Yeah.
And like, you're taking one super team versus the other super team, and I mean, it's not a secret.
And we can't lie.
And we're not gonna lie. Marvel Studios has just done it better.
Yeah. And the thing is, while we were watching the movie, while I was watching it with CJ, we were comparing characters.
Yeah, we were. We were doing that.
We're like, Iron Man did it better. Spider-Man did it better.
Yeah, specifically the Spider-Man and Iron Man dynamic between like Tony Stark and Peter Parker. We felt a similar dynamic between Flash and Batman in this movie because you got the billionaire veteran who's been doing it for a while, and then the young hero with abilities who's basically just starting out,
and Aquaman and Thor.
I mean, the Kings and things like that. Like there's
a lot of comparisons.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you can make those type of comparisons in mostly everything,
but
involving like these characters, like comics, cartoons.
But you have to admit, for movie reference, the comparisons are like so similar that Marvel still did it better.
Well, yeah, Marvel did it better, but that's because Warner Brothers and DC were trying to rush their shit, and okay,
bad movie. Sorry.
I mean, it wasn't a bad movie.
Yes, it was.
You just said it was a good movie.
No. I changed my opinion. It was a bad movie.
Oh, you changed your opinion now?
Yes, because of the fact that the end of the movie was so freaking disappointing. For 4 hours.
The end of the
the end battle.
The final
was
battle?
so freaking disappointing.
I didn't think it was disappointing.
Yes, it was. I'm sorry.
I don't. Maybe.
Oh my god, the anger I felt.
I didn't
waiting
think it was
4 hours for a battle
was,
that didn't end correctly, or not correctly.
No, I think
that wasn't picked up the right way.
I think the ending battle. I think the ending battle was one of the highlights of the movies.
No,
maybe because I was comparing it to the original cut, and this cut just did it better.
Yeah,
but like so much shit was happening. Like in the ending battle, Superman, the way when he shows up, Superman comes back to life. People, everybody fucking knew that. Okay, so it's not a spoiler. All right, it happened in the original cut. You knew it was gonna fucking happen in this movie. So don't get mad that I said that shit. All right, Superman's fucking alive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right. I don't want no comments like, "How are you spoiling this fucking?" Like I didn't watch it yet. We told you spoilers. And you know what? This movie came out already. It fucking came out already. Not the same movie, but the movie. And like the premises are similar. Like Superman comes to life. Okay, comes back to life. It's not a fucking secret. When he shows up in the final battle, I thought was sick. Like
the way that he stopped.
Right, he gets in front of Cyborg.
Oh my god!
Stops Steppenwolf's axe and like
basically
it hits his shoulder, and he just looks at him and he's all like,
"Psych."
No, he says, "Not impressed," and then uses ice breath to freeze his axe and just destroys it and kicks him into oblivion.
And he starts getting whooped by everybody.
And Superman just goes in on this motherfucker, and it's fucking great.
No, the battle was good, but it wasn't.
You just said it wasn't.
No. It was good, but it was like the idea, like 4 hours. I wish it was a better freaking fight. You know what I mean? Like 4 hours waiting for a good fight, and then it's like
I thought it was.
It was a 10-minute fight, 15-minute fight.
I mean,
not even that, man.
What did you expect? An hour of fighting?
No, I would expect about a good 30 minutes of fighting, dude.
I mean, I think
for a 40-minute.
I think if you put together the entire thing, it's probably roughly that.
You think?
Yeah.
But with definitely with all the slow motions, there was like 7 of them in that one scene.
Yeah, that's a fucking other thing. Zack Snyder, what's up with all the fucking slow motion scenes? Like, I get it. For certain characters, it works. Flash, he's super fast, so you want to be able to see what he's doing. Wonder Woman, she's super fast. But do we really have to see Lois Lane walking through a block because she's sad? You have to make it slow motion? Or like Aquaman just walking on a pier, about to jump in the water. I mean, my sister wasn't complaining. I mean, I guess I kind of wasn't complaining because, no homo, he's kind of nice to look at. You gotta cut that out.
No.
He's not gonna cut it out. Whatever, man. I'm comfortable enough in my sexuality to say Jason Momoa, Aquaman, is a good-looking fucking dude. But like, there was like, somebody did the math. I saw this online. Somebody did the math. 10% of this 4-hour movie was in slow motion. And like, again, certain times it works, but at other times it felt so fucking unnecessary. And another issue was the score of the film, the music. Like some of it slaps. Like Wonder Woman's theme.
Some of the battles were
great. Right. Like the Wonder Woman's theme is sick, but they fucking overused it.
Overused it every time she popped up.
It's like it literally every single time she got into a fight, they started off and you hear that.
The female singing in the background. It's like, why?
What's up with the chicks? The women
singing.
The women singing when Aquaman goes in the water.
It just disappears.
That shit felt like it came. It felt like, oh my god,
it was random.
Zack Snyder was trying to get artsy with his shit, and like just too artsy. Like he was trying to, oh, this is a beautiful moment. When we're here, like, why are these women just randomly singing?
Yeah. And they didn't even show him going into the water either. He just stood there and
you just see like the circles in the water. It was scenes like that, and I don't know. I just feel like if you could have condensed this movie, you made it smaller. If you made it shorter, I mean, it probably could have been a great movie.
I feel like there was no edits in this movie.
Yeah, I just felt
everything was just shot and said, just send it in.
Just, you know what, just one long cut. Don't stop it. Just allow it to go. But like I said, there is a lot of positives in this movie, though.
Yes.
Like, I know we're, like, shitting on it right now, but there's a lot of stuff that I liked.
okay, like the storyline for Cyborg. That was a great. That's actually the pickup of the movie.
Yeah,
on the third chapter, it was like
it kind of felt like Cyborg's movie.
Yes,
which was they did that. That was well done. That was well done
perfectly. That's what I liked.
And like there was the difference between this one and the original cut that was released in theaters. His father dies in this one, and like it's like a super fucking like emotional because he hates his father the majority of the film because his father is basically the reason he's basically a cyborg. Yeah, he's a robot now, and like
Ghetto Vision.
You kept calling that. He kept calling Cyborg Ghetto Vision, and I had no idea what the fuck that he meant by that.
If we're compared
to me, it just came off kind of racist.
No, it's not racist. It is not racist. It is not because if we're doing comparing, like we were doing comparing all the Marvel characters with the Vision is Cyborg.
No,
our Cyborg is Vision.
No, if you're comparing Vision to any character, it would be Martian Manhunter, who also pops up in this movie.
Yeah, he does.
Which I thought was pretty dope.
Twice, randomly.
Yeah, which I thought was dope to see him, but it kind of felt
like no storyline to him.
It felt kind of out of place.
He just popped up.
And like he's basically been a character who's been in like this universe since Man of Steel. He was the soldier guy or like the sergeant guy. I forget his name. And it just felt kind of weird because like you had the Kryptonians showing up and causing havoc on Man of Steel. He's in the movie. He doesn't do shit. He just watches. You got Batman v Superman. Doomsday killed Superman. He's in this movie as well. Doesn't do shit. And then he pops up in Justice League because Lois Lane is sad about Clark dying.
Yeah, and talks to her. And then,
it just seemed like... I saw there was a meme on Facebook basically describing what I just said, and I was like, "That's fucking true." Like, what the fuck?
He's just a bystander.
Like he's just watching all this bad shit happen, and then just decides to fucking show up because Lois Lane is fucking sad. Like,
and then at the end of the movie, goes ahead and talks to Batman, telling him that there's a war coming.
I want to save the epilogue, the last part of the film. Because I'll just say it right now.
Which made it interesting.
I'll just say it right now. The epilogue is my favorite part of the movie. The ending part of this movie. The last part of the movie is my favorite part of the movie. And like that might make it sound like the movie wasn't all that.
Because it wasn't.
I disagree. I thought it was a good movie. I just think there was bits and parts that didn't really work and it was too long. It was way too fucking long, yo.
I'm telling you
like,
now.
My sister watched it too, and she watched 2 hours with us, and then finished 2 hours. She watched 2 hours of it when we watched it. What, last night?
Yeah, we finished it last night.
And we finished it when she went to bed, and then she finished the other 2 hours today, and she straight up told me like, "This movie's so fucking boring." Like I slept through most of it. I was like, I get it, but her favorite part was also in my favorite part of the movie. So I don't want to get into it yet. But what were you about to say? Realistically, what?
The first 2 hours was really.
Manny was saying boring. The first 2 hours was a drag, and I can't really deny. I can't disagree with him
because there, like you said, there was 6 chapters, right?
6 chapters, yeah.
And the first 2 chapters were just like just thrown in there. I don't know, because they were just storytelling. That's the thing. That's the thing that Zack Snyder tends to lack, though. That's why I appreciate the first 2 hours, because Zack Snyder. I know a lot of Zack Snyder fans are gonna say, "Oh, he's fantastic at storytelling. You just don't get it." Listen, I'm not fucking stupid, okay? All right, I'm not an idiot. I know when somebody's trying to tell me a story. He might be telling a story, but he doesn't know how to tell it well. How to tell a story.
Okay? He doesn't know how to do it well.
He could tell a story.
So yeah, you can tell me all you want. Oh, he tells stories all the time. Yeah, but that doesn't make him good.
A good story. Yeah, okay? Right, exactly.
Anyways, sorry. We're going to get into this a little bit later after the review of the movie. But I'll
put it like this. The first 2 hours were downhill, and then the next 2 hours were like going uphill, but then it leveled out. I mean, so it was just a level.
I agree. I mean, the first 2 hours were very slow and very a lot.
And then when Cyborg's story came out, that's when the storyline came back.
That's the thing. Cyborg's story came out in the first 2 hours.
But no, it came at the end of the first 2 hours.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It was like the 20 minutes at the end of the second hour.
No, the reason why I'm saying this is because, like, it might feel like the first 2 hours was very slow, but I feel like the first 2 hours was also, I don't want to say necessary. I don't want to say necessary because I still feel like you could have cut it down a little bit.
A lot.
But I feel like part of it was necessary to tell this story. Because that was a big issue with the original cut. Like, a lot of these characters weren't really fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Steppenwolf, he showed up for no fucking... Like, they never... Like, in the original cut, they never explained why he was doing what he was doing. In this one, they actually give him a backstory. He's basically an outcast from Darkseid, who's the big bad for DC heroes. For anybody who knows about comics, you know Darkseid is... He's basically the Thanos of DC, if anybody needs a good reference.
And he also gets his head chopped off.
No, that's Steppenwolf.
Oh.
Steppenwolf is the outcast of the movie. The main villain of this particular movie
is
he's actually Darkseid's uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that's who you were comparing though.
No, Darkseid is the big bad. Darkseid is the guy who was mastermind.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
He's the Thanos of DC.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's basically.
And his uncle was the outcast.
Because they never explain why he was outcasted. Like, he fucked something up. That's all they said.
Yeah, basically.
But like, they still fleshed it out. Like, he feels like he's left out, and he'll basically do anything to get back right of his lord and leader. Darkseid, but yeah, they were able to flesh out. He actually does look a lot better than he looks like completely different than he does in the original cut. Like, the armor's all spiky, which honestly he does look better, but the spiky armor was a bit much in my opinion. What do you think?
I thought it was pretty cool.
I mean, I know what he was going for.
Was going
like he wanted the spikes to be expressive. Like, he gets angry, they point up and stuff like that, which I can appreciate the attention to detail for that type of stuff.
The design of it was pretty cool.
No, yeah, it's a lot better than the original cut. I just think it was a little much.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just my own taste. Like, has nothing to do with like the actual.
No, but when he's getting shot by the arrows by the Amazons.
Yeah, that was cool.
And he's just like taking it, and then he just
pops his chest and they all come out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Pretty cool. Like, the action scenes of this movie are great. Like, Zack Snyder knows how to make things look nice. Like, I will say that. Even though his Doomsday and Batman v Superman was fucking terrible. But we're not talking about Batman v Superman. We're talking about Justice League.
Oh, another issue. How you gonna call this movie a rated R movie with 3 curse words and 2 people getting split in half?
Dude, I don't know. There was a lot of blood in this movie.
What blood?
Dude, did you not
see... The only thing that was getting killed were freaking flies.
No, dude. When he was hacking up those Amazons, and then when he was hacking up the Atlanteans underwater... there was a lot of blood in this movie. And also, I'm sorry, I mean, he fucking...
I would have still said this is a PG, like, maybe
Wonder
15.
Wonder Woman chopped his head off.
Who?
Wonder Woman, Steppenwolf.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Forget it.
In the end of the movie. Yeah, Steppenwolf dies big time in this movie.
Yeah. I feel bad, too. After getting beat the crap.
After getting his shit kicked in by Superman, Aquaman puts his fucking trident through his chest, and then Wonder Woman cuts his fucking head off, and they throw, like, him back to Darkseid in fucking pieces. And then, to put, like, to make it even worse, Darkseid crushes his skull with his boot. And I'm like, fuck.
Like, he couldn't get a break.
Like, the poor guy. Like, I felt bad for Steppenwolf in this movie
because he just wanted to be accepted.
Because exactly, that's all he wanted to do. He wanted to be accepted. Like, he wanted to be back with his family, and then the fucking Justice League tore his ass apart, and his fucking nephew, just made it worse by fucking.
But he kind of had it coming to him because
of course he did. Most villains have it coming to them.
He was talking crap about. Remember, he talking about lied to
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, about her family and her mom.
She basically said, like, he killed his mom. Like, he said it without
his
really
sisters
saying
and his
it.
Mom.
Like, you weren't there to protect your sisters or your mother, even though her mother was still alive.
Still alive.
And it just seemed like he was just messing with Wonder Woman to piss her off, and piss her off. He
to the
did.
point.
Like, fuck. No, the Wonder Woman action scenes were really great in this movie too. Like that bank scene where she's stopping the bomb. It's close to the beginning of the film. It was in the original cut, but like they expanded it so much more in this movie. And
see, it's but again, something like that. It was too long.
No, I loved how long it was.
Yeah, I feel like Wonder Woman was a little bit too long.
No, dude, I loved that scene. I thought that scene was so well executed. Not only did it make her it made her like, it showed how much of a badass she is.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
Oh
She's fucking is. And she's hot too. She's fucking gorgeous. Like, they showed how much of a badass she is, like how quick she's able to move, like to use her abilities and everything. But it also showed, like, it might be a little corny, but like the soft side to Wonder Woman when she's talking to the kids, and the girl's like, "Can I be like you one day?" And she's like, "You can be whatever you want to be," even though we're like, "No, because you're not a fucking god, little shit."
Right.
No, it's kind of fucked
That's
up.
what I said.
That's basically that's what we both said. That.
So she kills somebody, she could just blame Wonder Woman.
But
Wonder Woman told me I could be a murderer.
Wonder Woman told me I could chop off villains' heads. No, but like, you show the soft side and the humanity of Wonder Woman. Like, they were able to balance that really well in that scene, which I fucking loved. And like, okay, there's another thing. Flash. I have no idea.
Sexual assault? What?
Oh, because of that one scene.
Yeah, he caressed the heck out of her face.
Okay.
That is...
It's not.
There was no consent.
Oh.
She was in a position of dying.
Dude.
And he caressed her face.
They were both eye-fucking each other.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
She was fucking into it,
That's
bro.
what strippers do, but that don't mean they saying touch me.
All he did was save her, man. He might have...
No, caressed her face.
He might have caressed her face a little bit.
No. He went... touched her whole cheek while she was midair dying.
She wasn't dying. She was she was just in the air.
No, dying.
She wasn't
in her
dying.
Mind, she was about to die.
Oh, I'm sure in her mind she was about to die.
Okay,
but
so
she wasn't actually dying because Aquaman, because Flash had her in her hands. The thing,
she wasn't gonna die.
I'm not gonna get into that shit. Right?
She wasn't gonna die.
I'm not gonna call him up.
But he's a sexual
you can't
a sexual offender.
You can't say that on internet. You can't say
yes,
that on
you
YouTube.
can. Yes, you
we'll
can.
Get demonetized for that shit.
Really?
Yeah, you can't say. You gotta say "essayed" or something like that. You better. You need to.
He's an essay.
You need to cut all.
He's an essay.
You're fucking up. You're fucking up. You need to. You need to bleep all this shit out when we edit it. You know that, right? Oh my god. He called him a rapist, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What movie did you watch? Like,
oh my god.
No, but what I was
sexual
saying...
offender. That's what it's called.
Okay, fine.
He's an SO.
I wasn't even trying to get into that.
He's an SO.
I was like, some of the Flash scenes were very well done.
SO.
Like, I still don't like Ezra Miller as Barry Allen. I don't think he doesn't feel like Barry Allen in this movie. He feels like Wally West, which is the second Flash, and his like the comedic timing, the quips, and all that. That's all Wally West. He's not Barry Allen. I mean, he's Barry Allen because he was casted as Barry Allen, and that's his name in the movie. But everything else about him is Wally West. His scene in the end where he has to basically, they fail at being able to separate the mother boxes. The whole movie was about them trying, Steppenwolf trying to get all the mother boxes together to basically make the world into a world of fire, like make it basically destroyed so Steppenwolf can come down and rule shit. Basically, that was it. And they came up with a plan for Cyborg to be able to separate the boxes. And Flash was supposed to push him into it so he could literally go inside and like fight him within or whatever. I'm describing it terribly, but that's basically what happened. And one of the parademons gets a lucky shot in while Flash is like running around, like speeding up, and slows everything down. And basically at one point they merge, and everybody within the distance of the boxes, which is all the members of the Justice League except for Flash, basically are incinerated and die, which is like crazy that they actually did that. But because Flash is moving so quickly, he's able to go back in time, bring them all back, and push Cyborg into the boxes so he can do what he needs to do. Right.
Yeah.
I'm explaining it correctly, right?
That's exactly
what happened.
Yeah.
And the scene itself, a lot of people are calling, like, I've seen this a lot, but mostly for people who are like hardcore Snyder fans. A lot of people are calling it the greatest comic book movie moment in history, which is false. Okay,
yeah,
it's a cool scene. False. It's a fucking cool scene. I will give you that.
3000 did it better.
Who?
Mr. 3000. Did I mess that up again?
Who you calling? You're talking about Iron Man?
Yeah.
Why do you keep calling him Mr. 3000? I love you 3000.
It's Mr. 3000.
That's a movie with Bernie Mac, right?
Oh crap! That is a Bernie Mac movie. Oh, okay. Anyway, 3000 did it better.
Marvel has a lot more epic comic book moments, and I'm sorry. I know.
You know what?
I'm not like fucking sorry. It's true. Fuck
Thanos
you.
even did it better.
Thanos did do it better. Snap his shit. Obliterate motherfuckers.
At least he could run.
I will say it was a very cool scene, but I fucking hate, like, so much with a passion, how Flash runs. He doesn't run like a person runs, and, like, I get it. He's not a normal person, but I never see any other Flash running the way he fucking does.
I don't see anybody run like that.
Exactly. He's like flinging his arms. It's so irritating. It's so irritating. I hate how he runs. It bothers the hell out of me. That being said, I like Ezra Miller as Flash, but he's not Barry Allen. He's Wally West. And I'm excited for his movie. Actually, I'm not too sure if I'm excited about it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because the big thing about his movie was they were bringing Michael Keaton back as Batman. For you youngins out there, Michael Keaton was the 1989 Batman from the 1989 Batman film, which a lot of people consider him still the best Batman, live-action Batman till date.
Well, she
somewhat
was.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't argue with that. I mean, my favorite Batman is Kevin Conroy, who's been voicing Batman in animation and animated films for years. So, like, I mean, it's not really live action, but when I think of Batman's voice, I think of Kevin Conroy. Just like when I think of Joker's voice, I think of Mark Hamill, who was Luke Skywalker. If you guys, I would go more in detail about that if you guys like, but I'll save it for another time because we're focusing on the Justice League movie. Mm-hmm. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look up Mark Hamill Joker, look up Kevin Conroy Batman. That'll pretty much sum it all up. Anyways, apparently Michael Keaton, he might be just being coy and trying to keep it a secret. Well, everybody thought this was like official and like officially announced because there was like art made for the movie already with Michael Keaton's Batman and Ezra Miller's Flash at a convention, or like one of those online conventions they have for the Arkham movies. Like, I thought it was like official, but apparently Michael Keaton's not sure if he's doing it. He said recently, in an interview, and now there's rumors out. I mean, again, he might just trying to keep it a surprise. I don't know why he would keep it a surprise if they already officially announced it, but apparently Warner Brothers is like really iffy about how they've been handling these movies lately.
Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of weird how this is all going with how have been dealing with the movies and everything. But I mean, with the whole Zack Snyder film, the Justice League movie, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to come. Oh
my God! You're missing the best part about this movie.
What, the epilogue?
No.
What was the best part of the movie?
The Joker scene?
That was the epilogue, dude.
Oh, I thought.
That was
I didn't know which one you were talking about. I thought either the Joker scene or the one with this dude.
No, I was thinking if there was anything else before that.
Superman scene.
Well, I mentioned
when he comes back to life.
We talked about that already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, we did.
When he completely
I described how it happened. When he kicked him into fucking oblivion.
No. When he comes back to life.
Oh, when he fights the Justice League, Superman.
Yes.
The thing is, part of this was actually in the original cut of the movie.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was in the original cut of the movie. I mean, I feel like they added more stuff. The interaction between Superman and Batman were different. like I guess it was kind of cool the way they did it this time.
Because if you think about it, that little scene right there leads to the epilogue, because you know who stops.
Yeah, Lois Lane stops Superman from
killing.
Because when Superman comes back to life, he has no idea what the fuck's happening, and he just knows he's powerful as shit, and like all these other people who with powers look intimidating as fuck. So, and like Cyborg's like defense mechanism or defense systems go insane and shoot Superman because they see him as a threat. Big mistake. It pisses him off. He fucks them all up. That the one scene which was also in the original cut, the scene where he's holding Aquaman, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman back, Superman by himself.
Okay, that I remember.
And then Flash,
oh my god,
like uses super speed to fucking go around him and try to like take him out from back. Thing is, Superman has super speed too, and it's such a great fucking
that
scene.
scene. I'll give props out.
It's such a good scene.
That's a scary scene.
It's such a good scene because Flash has no idea how fast Superman is. So he's running fast, and then he's looking at him, and then he notices that Superman sees him from the corner of his eyes, and he starts following him slowly. And then Flash is like, "What the fuck? Like, holy shit!" It's such a great scene. And then he throws him, and then he starts swinging at Flash. And yeah, Flash is faster than Superman because Flash goes so fast that he could go back in time. Superman's not that fast, but he's still really fucking fast. And the fact that he was able to somewhat keep up with him, I just love that they did that, because that's true. Like, he could do that. But yeah, no, that fight scene was great. But like I said, that was seen before. It was just a little extended on. And yeah, like the little extensions of these these action scenes that were in the original film do make it a lot better. Like, I'm not going to deny that. But yeah, I'm trying to think about like before we start going into the end of the movie, if there's anything else we want to tackle on. I can't really think of anything. At least I'm sure after we're done with this podcast.
The way that Cyborg's dad dies was nuts.
Oh yeah, he used this laser to warm up the box because he knew Steppenwolf was going to get his hands on the final box because he already had the 2 boxes, and like he used the laser to like heat it up to like a crazy amount,
higher than a radiation or nuclear bomb,
something like that,
like a heat radiation higher than a nuclear bomb,
so that they would be able to track it. So like he risked his life to help them out, which was cool. I don't know. It was kind of weird at the same time, though.
And he kind of like just disintegrated.
Well, yeah, no, because the laser was going all over the place.
Yeah.
And it just, I mean, he didn't look like he was in pain. There was that. He just had a like focused.
He was just smiling.
Like, I'm doing this for you, son.
Yeah.
And Cyborg is just screaming.
And then he gets hit like a freaking ball.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's like like a pinball.
Basically.
All over the place. Another thing I liked was more Alfred. I like this Alfred and Batman combination. I like their interactions. I think it's really cool. I like that he's kind of like he's not like your typical like tuxedo wearing like, can I help you, sir? Yeah,
he's that guy that's been in the business too long, so he doesn't care.
Basically, yes, that's a good way to put it. He's kind of like a grease monkey because he gets dirty and like
even Batman says this is
he's like my boss. Like, this is Alfred. This is who I work for.
This is who I work for.
Yeah, and I love their interactions. The guy who plays him, I forget his name. He was the voice of Scar in Lion King, the animated one. Really? Yeah. Doesn't seem like Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons. That's his name. Very good actor. I love him as Alfred, and yeah, no, I mean we had more of that. What else are we missing? Oh, really? Apparently they teased it, and I guess Amy Adams, the actress who plays Lois Lane, confirmed it. Apparently Lois is pregnant. Yeah. I mean, because they teased like the pregnancy test in like her drawer or something like that. They never flat out said that. Which, I mean, they
I forgot what she was getting, though. She was getting something, and there was a pregnancy box.
Yeah, she was looking for... I forgot what she was looking for, too. And I watched it 3 times. But, like, I mean, I'm not going to remember... It's a long fucking movie, okay? I'm not going to remember every single fucking detail. But, no, there was a few things that were like added to this movie, and like
Easter eggs.
Well, yeah, like Easter eggs, but like a lot of stuff that was added that wasn't explained that I felt, despite it being so long, it still should have been explained. Like Superman wearing the black suit. Like, they didn't explain why he put on the black suit. Like, because in the end of the movie, it's not the red and blue one that we all know and love. It's the black suit, which in the comic Death of Superman, he does come back in a black suit, but there's a reasoning for it. The reasoning is that it helps him attract more sun to get his powers back. Superman gets his power from the sun. But they didn't explain why he wore it in this movie. And I'm like, if they were going for the same thing, which apparently they're not, because Zack Snyder talked about it. I read an article of Zack Snyder talking about it. Apparently, that wasn't the reason why he was wearing the black suit in this movie. And I feel like, okay, if that wasn't the reason, then what was? Why don't you explain that? So Zack Snyder explained in an interview, not in the movie, in an interview outside of the movie, that he wore it because his people, before they were all destroyed on Krypton, the Kryptonians, they all wore black. And he was doing that in honor of them. I guess that's what he said. Which, I mean, is a reason. And it could be a good reason, but, like, they didn't explain that in the movie. And it's like, it's 4 hours of a fucking film, man. Like, you could squeeze these explanations in the movie and take out some of the unnecessary shit. Like, random women singing. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it had its good points. It had its low points. The biggest thing is just too fucking long. But I want to get into my favorite part of the movie, which was the ending. The epilogue scene. The majority of this part of the movie was apparently newly filmed. It was not part of Zack Snyder's original cut. He had just filmed this. And it was another nightmare scene. In Batman v Superman, Batman had a nightmare of him being in a world where Superman is evil. And, like, he's, like, shooting guns and shit. Like, it's crazy badass. And, like, it's ruled by Superman and, like, his army of soldiers. And, this was kind of teased in the movie as well when they brought Superman back to life. Justice League. Cyborg has a vision of a future of Superman working with Darkseid. Like, right before...
when they're all dead. Yeah.
And, like, you see Wonder Woman dead. You see Green Lantern's dead.
You see a couple of people dead.
Yeah, you see him killing Aquaman. Darkseid killing Aquaman with his
staff,
with his own trident,
and
then him using his Omega beams, which I geeked out on. That's the thing in the comics and the cartoons and stuff like that, to disintegrate other people. And you see Superman, like, holding Batman's cowl. It looks like he just killed him, I'm assuming. And it kind of hinted at this type of universe, but it's a universe where it's a nightmare where Superman's gone bad, and it's kind of like Mad Max meets DC type of thing. You know what I mean?
Which it is scary though.
Yeah.
It was a little, like, intense for sure.
It was, and this particular scene, it starts off with another scene that was in the original cut, but was the after credit scene. The scene with Deathstroke and Lex Luthor meeting on the boat because he had helped Lex Luthor escape somehow. It was worded. The dialogue was a little different from the cut that was in theaters, though. This one was just the one in cut theater was referencing to Injustice League, which is a team of villains teaming up together. This cut, this version of it was Lex Luthor basically telling Deathstroke how he could find Batman. So apparently that was going to be the premise of the Batman movie that we were going to get with Ben Affleck, was him versus Deathstroke. And, like, Deathstroke, like, making his life a living hell, basically.
Jesus.
Yeah, which would have been dope. So we got that scene, and then we got the brand new scene that was filmed. Batman having another nightmare scene in the post-apocalyptic DC world, or Mad Max meets, like I said, just DC. It's with him. It's him, Cyborg, Flash, Mera, who is Aquaman's woman, played by Amber Heard, and we don't support Amber Heard on this channel. We don't.
Only Johnny
Depp. We're sorry, dude. But Mara, who is Aquaman's baby girl, and Deathstroke with a mohawk, which was actually pretty cool. But there's also one other character that they're with. They're all teaming up because they're all basically on the run from Superman and the parademons, because this is a universe where Superman's working with Darkseid and has parademons as an army and stuff like that. But like the surprising character that's with them is the Joker, played by Jared Leto, who played Joker in Suicide Squad.
But he did so good in this scene, though.
Dude, this Batman and Joker scene, like,
was amazing.
Like with Suicide Squad, I'm in the camp where I feel like you didn't get enough of Jared Leto's Joker to really form an opinion in Suicide Squad, because a lot of people hated him in Suicide Squad, did not like Jared Leto's Joker, and I feel like he didn't really get enough time. Like, there's another cut of the Suicide Squad movie that has a lot more Joker, and from what I read, if all that stuff would have been included, people probably would have loved it. But this one scene, I feel, and this is just my opinion, so it's right, I feel like this made up for anything that Suicide Squad did.
Yeah.
The interaction between Batman and Joker in this was just so fucking good. And like,
Joker was actually creepy.
Dude, Joker was like creepy.
Yes.
And like they played off the dynamic where this is a thing that's been with Batman and Joker for years. It's always a thing that they're always gonna be there for each other in a weird way.
Yeah, you wouldn't kill me. I'm your best friend.
You're not gonna kill me. I'm your best friend. Like, and I'm like, yes. And like he mentioned he mentioned the killing of Robin, which apparently the Robin that Joker kills in this universe is not Jason Todd, who becomes the Red Hood. He actually apparently killed Dick Grayson, who becomes Nightwing. The first Robin.
Oh, really?
That's what Zack Snyder says, which is a little disappointing because I want a Nightwing movie, but I guess we'll see.
I guess not.
I guess we might not get that. I don't know. Anyways, and Nightwing's my favorite. Dick Grayson's my favorite Robin, but just because he has Nightwing. But anyways, he mentions killing Robin and like sending a Boy Wonder to do a man's job, which I was like, oh fuck. And Batman like knows where he's going with this, and he's like, just be very careful with your words. And then he just talks about how like basically like, don't you understand like how many people you allowed die because you didn't have the cojones to die yourself? And then Batman brings up apparently Harley Quinn had died in his arms, and her last words were basically to kill Joker. And the way he says it was like so fucking unexpected, because he's all like, her last words were to kill you, and don't make no mistakes, I will fucking kill you. And he says fucking kill you, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was like, ooh.
I was like, oh shit.
The intensity right there.
The intensity in it, and like, you know, okay, Batman, his big thing is he doesn't fucking kill, okay? That's a big thing with the character. And yes, I would like for that to be projected in my Batman. To be fair, though, this is a different take on Batman. Like, this Batman kills. Like, he killed in Batman v Superman, and he basically killed, like, all those he shot parademons in the fucking head.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and, like...
left, right.
Like, he's like, the only human in the group, but he had, like, the highest kill count for parademons, which was, like... But I was there for it. I was there for all of it. It didn't really bother me that much, because I thought it was well done. And, like I said, different universes, different Batmans. Right.
But if you think about it, he doesn't kill humans.
I mean, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he did in Batman v Superman. Who? Batman?
I know, but who did he kill that was human?
Think of all the thugs that he fought in the warehouse. Some of them had to die.
You think?
Oh yeah, and then there was the Batmobile scene where he was basically crushing people's heads.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Batman.
But that wasn't him. That was the car.
Oh, yeah, that was the car. No, he definitely killed in this.
The car has its own mind, you know.
Why is my alarm about to go off? What the fuck?
Because it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's 5:10. 5:30. God, it is late. Anyways, yeah, no, what was I gonna say? Just that one scene between the Joker and Batman.
So intense.
The way the Joker doesn't have any tattoos in this. He's got long green hair.
He's wearing a bunch of badges.
He was wearing like a police
vest. It was
like
a police vest,
bulletproof vest. Well, under that was like the straps that they put in like for like insane patients and things like that. Which I love the look.
The makeup was there. I'm telling you, out of all the Jokers, I would believe he was the creepiest one.
Probably,
but by just the makeup.
Creepiest one. And the scene, I didn't know I wanted these two. I didn't know I wanted Ben Affleck's Batman to interact with Joker's, Jared Leto's Joker until I fucking saw this scene.
Yeah, it was so good. And Joker's response.
Yeah, no, just about back and forth between them. Like, if you didn't enjoy this movie, fine. But if you don't enjoy this scene, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, it was a really good scene.
It was such a good scene. And then
it's just like, you almost got me.
Right.
It's like,
and like, when he said that, he was all like, you almost got me. And then he pulls out a Joker card. Until then, we have a truce. And like gave him the card and was like, as long as you have this, we're good. And I was like, oh shit.
But if you rip this up, it's oh my god.
Yeah, if you rip this up, I was like, oh fuck.
It was like crazy.
And like that scene alone made me want, you know what? Fuck everything else. I want this nightmare movie. I want a movie that's taking place in this
dimension.
In this, what the fuck's happening here? I want more of. I want to see more of that.
Yeah, I wonder why he's having this dream type.
Like, well, I think it's like because he had. I think it's like a premonition. Like it's being projected in his head somehow.
So you know what? That dude, what's his name?
Which one?
The flying dude that you said reminds you of Vision.
Oh, Martian Manhunter.
I feel like he's more connected to Doctor Strange.
No, he's Vision. Yeah, he's Vision.
Doctor Strange.
You want me to know? You want to explain why he's Vision?
Why do you think he's Vision? Or why do you know he's Vision?
Because they have similar abilities.
Really?
Yeah. They're tangible. They can go through walls and do that. They're very intelligent. They're basically not of this world, even though Vision technically is. But like he's not human, and that's a big part of what makes Martian Manhunter so interesting.
But he does nothing. He's such a bystander.
In the movie, he does nothing.
In the movies.
Yes, in the movies. And that's another thing. The nightmare scene ends with them having the Joker and Batman having the interaction, and then Superman pops up and it's about to laser them the fuck up.
Red eyes.
And it's just funny because like you see everybody's reaction to Superman popping up. Everybody looks like ready to go, like ready to fight, or like terrified. And then you see Joker just with a little smiling with a little giggle, and I'm like, yes, I love that. And then Bruce Wayne awakes from that dream, and then hears something outside and finds out that Martian Manhunter is coming to introduce himself to him finally, even though he's been there the whole fucking time. They're basically saying like Dark Side is still coming, the war is coming, and that he is finally here to assist.
See, that was the war that I was waiting for.
That war wasn't going to happen in this movie.
I know, but I wish there was just a bigger fight.
Because like this was the first movie, the war was going to take place in the third movie, I believe. He was planning on making 3 Justice League films, Zack Snyder. Some of the ideas that Zack Snyder was bouncing off, though, was like where he was going to go with it was pretty crazy. Apparently, his plans were to kill Batman in the second Justice League movie. Yeah. And then the third Justice League movie was going to see Superman and Lois Lane's son become the new Batman.
Really?
Yeah, that was his idea. Which was,
but if you think about
interesting take.
If Batman dies, can they just use one of the boxes to bring him back to life?
I think it was different because
the boxes were awake.
No, I think it had a lot to do with. I mean, maybe.
Right? Wouldn't that make sense?
I think with the reason why they were able to like bring Cyborg back to life, because he wasn't really dead yet, and they didn't really make him like.
Superman was dead.
But Superman's also Kryptonian. He's an alien.
But he was still dead.
His body handled it differently though. His
still dead.
But his physiology is different from Cyborg, who's a complete human.
Yeah,
and Bruce Wayne is a complete human.
I understand that, but he was still dead.
No, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, he's an alien. They're human. I completely understand that, but I'm saying like, I still believe that.
I think those things work for the mother boxes work for. Like, they didn't really explain it, but the way I took it was that those mother boxes react differently to different situations.
Yeah.
Like Cyborg, like
needed a body.
And he wasn't dead yet, so he gave him a body, basically, but like a robotic body. Superman was dead, but he's also an alien and a Kryptonian, and his body and everything inside is much different. Will take longer. And like they did it within his ship. And everything with all his technology and everything. I don't think it would just bring Bruce Wayne to life. I don't think he'd do that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean because they mentioned like he's a Kryptonian. You don't know how he's going to take to that type of like trying to do that. Like you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, maybe they can do that. I feel like if they kill Bruce, like if they were going to do that, they were just going to let him die. Because I mean, there was a reason why Zack Snyder went with an older Batman who's been doing it for 20 years already. Oh, is probably going to end him soon, eventually. Which is a shame because I want a Ben Affleck Batman movie or a series or something. Like I'm excited for the Robert Pattinson movie. Don't get me wrong. I just wish I could have seen Ben Affleck's Batman movie. But yeah, that scene ends with him meeting Martian Manhunter, and then Martian Manhunter saying like I'm on your side now, and then just flies away, and then the movie finally ends after 4 fucking hours. But yeah, overall, it was a good movie. It was a huge improvement.
What would you rate it?
That's tough.
Letters.
I think it's hard to rate this movie, honestly, because I've been making this point for a while. It's kind of like if like movies were taking tests. I feel like this movie, or like if movies were ways of taking tests, I feel like this movie was a big cheat. That makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
A what?
A big cheat.
A big cheat.
Yeah, like this movie cheated. Because
4 hours.
not because it's 4 hours. I mean, that's part of it.
You had 4 hours to complete the test.
If let's say Zack Snyder's Justice League, his version of this movie was going to make it in theaters, there's no fucking way it would have been 4 hours. No way. Longest maybe 2.5, 3 hours, maybe. Mm-hmm. Because of the first Justice League movie. Like you can say all you want about the Avengers movie, like Endgame being 3 hours long, but they built up to that shit. And the first Avengers movie was not 3 hours long. So like it's hard for me to rate this movie because it's 4 hours long, and it was basically it's like everything that Zack Snyder did, he decided to put in this movie. At least that's what it felt like. I could be wrong. There could be stuff that was left out. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, if I were to rate it as like it was an enjoyable experience, but not one. Like, I enjoyed the movie. Like, let me just say it this way. I enjoyed the movie, but I can't watch it again. At least not for a while. And to be fair, it's because I watched it 3 times. Mm-hmm. It's a long film. I'd say it's a thumbs up. But like again, 4 hours to tell a good story. Not good, man. You gotta bring that shit down, bro. You gotta learn how to bring it down. Cause, I mean, I'm sure you obviously have your fans out there that are willing to sit through 4 more hours of another movie, and me as a comic nerd, I'll do it too, of course. But like, I feel like if you can cut it down, it'll be so much better. But overall, I mean, if I had to give it like a number rating, I guess a 7. 7 out of 10.
Number rating?
Number rating, 7 out of 10.
Okay, I'm gonna do number and letter. Let's see if it averages out the same, right? I would probably give it a 6.
Okay.
Letter rating, C+.
Like C+, yeah.
C+.
Yeah, it's not a fucking masterpiece.
No,
people who are calling it a masterpiece, if you love the film, great. Don't lie to people, though.
Yeah,
don't tell people it's a masterpiece when it's not.
Don't go telling people to watch the movie.
don't go tell people to watch the movie, right?
No, it was I can't even lie to people like that. No,
it was a good movie. It was just
too long.
It was just there was a lot of it.
Too long.
It was too long, and yeah, I just it's rough.
I could have done something better with the 4 hours,
dude. For sure. I mean, we probably could have played video games or something.
Right. I could have played video games for 2 hours, came back, and still understood what was happening.
For people who like love these characters, like. I mean, I feel like you really can't be disappointed. Well, I mean, I guess you can be, because there's still like the execution of some characters weren't like done like people wanted them to be done. Like, if that makes any sense. If you like read comics, some of these characters are kind of different from the way they are in comics, which I never have an issue with. As long as it's done well, that's all I care about. But yeah, I guess 6 number grade, 6, 7 letter grade, C+. Like, if you have the time, do it. If you're willing to watch 4 hours, watch it. It's definitely, it's like, to me, it's Zack Snyder's best DC film, which I know is not saying much for somebody who hated all his DC films, but like I said, that was the first thing I said when I finished this movie for the first time was, wow, Zack Snyder finally made a good comic book movie. Yeah.
Another
I
thing.
mean, he needed 4 hours to do it, but whatever.
Still a good movie.
Still a good movie.
But yeah, if you watch this movie, watch it during the day.
Yeah.
Don't watch it at night.
Because we made the mistake of watching it at night, and we were up so late. And God. But like I mentioned, this was another thing I wanted to get into, which, damn, we've been talking for an hour and 19 minutes, bro.
Really?
It hasn't felt like that.
No, it hasn't. See, we be talking for an hour and 19 minutes, and it doesn't feel like that.
It didn't feel like that, man.
When we watched the movie, it felt like that.
It felt like fucking 4 hours. No, but like,
it felt the hour.
I wanted to talk about this, and I'm gonna try not to keep it long because we already mentioned we don't want to keep these things
too long.
We don't want to make these things too long because we know people have lives. But I tackled it a little bit. Okay. And Zack Snyder fandom. People who love these films.
Oh my god.
I could get it. Okay. It's cool to love movies, all right? Okay?
But don't.
Don't say anything yet. Like, it's, and you know, when you love these movies, you tend to build up a bias. Like, I will admit I am guilty of being biased when it comes to Marvel movies. Okay? I'm not going to deny that. But the thing is, I feel like Marvel movies have earned that bias, you know? Like, they've actually done good shit. Zack Snyder really hasn't, man. And I know that's going to piss a lot of Zack Snyder fans off and whatever. I don't fucking care, man. It's my opinion. If my opinion is going to hurt your feelings, grow the fuck up. Like, I don't mean to be blunt, but again, yes I do. Because Jesus fucking Christ. A lot of Zack Snyder films, after watching this movie, claiming it was a masterpiece. It's not. Want Snyder to continue his vision. They want him to continue making the films, continue making Justice League films. And they started a new hashtag or campaign or whatever.
Which is okay.
Which is fine. Hashtag Restore the Snyderverse. Great. I'm all for directors being able to live out their visions, like allow their visions. Like, that's great. That's I love art. I want that type of art. I want that type of ability. What am I trying to fucking say? I want directors to have that ability to tell their stories the way they want to tell them, without being like basically held back by like studios like Warner Brothers and stuff like that. That's great. Like, fine, you want to do that. But Snyder fans are taking it way too fucking far. I'm sorry. I've seen it. And, like, I'm sure they will say the same thing about people who are fans of Marvel movies or other fandoms of different types of movies or series or whatever. Zack Snyder fans, a lot of them tend to come up as the most fucking toxic fans ever. Like, people hate these films. They attack them for not liking the films. Like, you just don't get it. You're not intelligent enough to understand this. When, like, no, man, it's just a fucking bad movie and we just don't like it, okay? It's that simple. Stop trying to turn it into we're stupid thing. No. It's just, we just don't enjoy the movie. There's nothing wrong with that. If you enjoy it, fine. Enjoy the fucking movie. Nobody's stopping you from enjoying it. But stop attacking people from not enjoying them too either. Like, not enjoying the films. Like, thinking they're bad. Who fucking cares? Live your own life. But, like, these type of fans are taking this Restore the Snyder universe too fucking far. I just read an article, before we started this podcast, I read an article that popped up on Facebook. Apparently, a lot of them are starting to a lot of these Snyder fans are starting to review bombs, like giving bad reviews for movies that haven't been released yet, Warner Brother movies that haven't been released yet. Godzilla vs. Kong is coming out Tuesday, March 31st.
4 days? Yeah, 4 days.
Something like that, yeah. And Snyder fans
3 days
are already calling it the shittiest movie, and not because they think it's a shitty movie, because they haven't fucking seen it yet, but only because
of the studio.
Because of Warner Brothers Studios, they want to tank all their other movies so that Warner Brothers will listen to them and have Zack Snyder continue these movies. Listen, I'm all for Zack Snyder. I'm not a fan of Zack Snyder, but if that's what the people want, go for it. I'm fine with that.
Bash other movies,
but don't start trying to bash movies that other people are like. I'm hyped
excited
for Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm so excited to see these two monsters go at it. Like, I can't fucking wait. And from what I heard, early critics are saying that it's great. Like, it's really good. But but people are only taking out their frustration on the studio on these movies that they haven't fucking seen, and I don't think it's right.
When they start doing it to Mortal Kombat,
right? Well, that's another movie that I'm excited for that Warner Brothers is coming out with, and there's a lot of stuff that I'm excited about Warner Brothers. Like the Suicide Squad trailer dropped. That movie looks dope too. I mean, there was a lot of Snyder fans that were complaining about the movie because it's not Snyder's vision, and
it's just disappointing.
Guys, do what you like. I'm all for the hashtag stuff, for supporting your guy, supporting his vision, trying to get them to continue it. But don't bash other films because you're not getting your way. It's fucking childish. It's fucking sad. It's just stupid. It's idiotic. Okay? Alright? Like I said, a lot of Snyder fans, from my perspective, have come off as very toxic. And I get it. You love his work. You love what he's done. That doesn't mean you need to bring other people down because you're not getting your way. Okay? It's just not the way to do things. It's not fucking right. Okay? And I don't want to get into a deep thing. If you're a Snyder fan and you disagree with me, comment in below. Talk to me about it. Let's talk about it. Let's not argue. You start yelling in my face, I'm not talking to you. I'm probably going to punch you in the face. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that because how can I do that? We're talking over the internet. All right? I'm not trying to be a tough guy on the internet. But, be respectful, You be respectful to me, I'll be respectful to you. Okay? We can talk about this like adults, even if you're not an adult. If you're a kid, I will try to have my patience with you. But if you start yelling at me, start calling me a fat fuck or something, then you're not going to get anything out of me.
Keep it about the topic.
Let's keep it about the topic. Don't start insulting me because I disagree with you, because that's just immature. Okay? I would love to have a conversation about it. If you disagree, if you think what Snyder fans review bombing movies that haven't come out yet is the right thing to go or right thing to do, explain to me why. Because it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I know what you're trying to do, but it still makes no sense to me. So, if you're a fan of these and you disagree with me, let's have a conversation. I'm down for that. Comment below. If you agree with me, comment below. If you have anything else you want us to talk about, because I'm pretty sure we're pretty much done, right? Unless you have anything to say about the Snyder fan toxic fandom.
Don't come after me.
Don't come after Manny.
It's not gonna end. It ain't gonna end well.
Manny, I'm a little bit more mature than Manny, and that's because I'm older than Manny.
Yeah.
And Manny, yes, I'm blunt. I'm gonna say what's on my fucking mind, but I'll also be respectful about it. But even if you piss me off, I will do my best to be respectful about it. Manny won't.
You disrespect me, I'm disrespecting you.
Yes.
And harder.
Yes. So, I mean, I get his mentality because I had that mentality when I was younger too. When he gets older, he'll understand. But
I don't deal with what's that called? Obedience.
Obedience.
Is that the word?
No, I don't think obedience is a word.
Oh, what? No. What's that word? Where it's like stupidity, but in a nicer term.
Incompetence?
Incompetence, yeah.
Are you sure? Man, I don't think that's the word. That's probably not the word.
I'm gonna just say stupidity. I don't deal with stupidity.
He doesn't deal with. I mean, I don't either. But I know
I'm not nice about it.
I know stupid people exist, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. So sometimes the best thing to do is ignore them. And don't get me wrong. It took me a lot to realize that and to understand that, because we're hot-headed Puerto Ricans. Like that whole feisty Latino thing.
Don't get us wrong.
It's a thing.
We will argue to the end.
Absolutely.
But we have our boundaries.
Yeah.
And stupidity is that boundary.
Yeah. We're gonna have like we want to have like intellectual conversations or arguments. We're down for that. But you start getting stupid with us,
we'll get stupid right back, and then just
either we're gonna get stupid right back,
disappear.
or we're just gonna completely ignore you.
Yeah.
If it's me, I'm probably gonna ignore you. If it's Manny, he'll probably get stupid right back. So just saying. Anyways, that was pretty much it, man. Damn, I can't believe it actually.
I told you.
Yeah,
I told you.
He's all. I was like, I feel like we're gonna need something else to talk about, man, because we're talking about one movie, and granted, it's 4 hours long, but like, well, yeah, we ate up all our time with this movie. That's crazy.
It was a long movie, and it was so much to talk about.
It was a lot of movie. It was a lot of fucking movie, and I'm pretty sure our next podcast. I mean, I would like to get out of the movie realm,
and we're gonna start moving into different.
I would like to go into different things, but Godzilla vs. Kong does come out Tuesday.
Yeah, we really need to.
And I really want to be able to talk about that movie. So, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's 4 hours long.
No, it's
I'm pretty sure
it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
So I probably won't take up the entire podcast, and we will get into other things. I am trying to get my sister Jasmine to
30 plus
to get on this podcast with us. Basically, be like the third person who's not on camera who like chimes in.
Yeah, a female perspective.
A female perspective on things. Like, I'm trying to get her on it. She's very difficult. She's very stubborn. I love you to death, but you're stubborn as fuck, Jasmine. But yeah, I'm trying to get her on because our interactions with her are pretty funny too, and I feel like you guys would really enjoy hearing her take on certain things, because I feel like she's so funny, but she's like so quiet and shy that nobody sees it.
But no, her comments are actually like our comments are good.
Yeah.
And it's a good perspective.
Yeah,
but then her perspective is like totally different.
She's a lot more smarter than both of us.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But
we're just some dumb guys.
We're still dumb guys. But no, anyways, this podcast, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we're trying to
describe the movie good enough.
I hope we did too. I mean, we only had so much.
Movie reviews do matter.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're not expert movie reviewers.
Definitely not.
We're basically we just basically talked about what happened in the movie a little bit,
and our opinions
and
on that
what
movie,
we thought about it overall, and what we thought about certain things in the movie. We're not expert reviewers. We're just normal guys, and sometimes people want to hear
normal opinions,
like normal opinions, like not expert opinions. Like, guys, just like, I like this.
I like this.
I didn't like this. But yeah, we're not expert movie critics, so if you're looking for that, I'm sorry, that's not us. But if you just enjoy shooting the shit about certain shit, we're your guys, because we can be entertaining. I feel like we're entertaining.
We'll be getting more entertaining.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be moving on
to more argumentative stuff.
Argumentative stuff. I mean, I feel like we argued about a few more things in this than we did in our first podcast.
Yeah, but
again,
it's gonna be the perspective where it's like,
yeah. Again, we agree.
People are coming for it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure people are. After this, I'm pretty sure like we're probably gonna get Snyder fans if they watch this.
Yeah.
Coming after us, like, you're fucking stupid. You don't understand shit. And like, fuck you if you're gonna do that, because that's just immature. Like, come at me proper, all right? Come at me proper. Fuck. Anyways, is there anything else you wanted to add before we ended this?
Like the video.
Like the
especially
video.
You Snyder fans.
You Snyder, please. I know. I would love to have a conversation. You know what? I'm gonna try to get my buddy who thought this movie was a masterpiece on this podcast, and we'll talk to him about it. We'll debate him with it. See, get another perspective on one of you crazy obsessed Snyder fans, because he's been saying Zack Snyder is God or Jesus since Man of Steel, which he's wrong, but whatever.
If that does happen, we'll do a part 2, and it'll be like a shorter,
Well,
like,
it'll probably be shorter, because,
like an argumentative.
Yeah, and it'll probably
video.
just be a part 2 to this, because like if we can get that done after that, there's just been so much of this movie. I need to move the fuck on. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my comic book movies, But 4 hours is 4 hours.
Yeah, this was stressful.
Especially if it's not 4 hours of the greatest thing.
Like, I can go and watch Endgame right now.
I could watch
Infinity
War and Endgame back to back right now. And that's basically the equivalent, even more time than the 4-hour Snyder film. I have no problem with that. I had a problem sitting through this, and I enjoyed the movie. Like, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. It was just a lot. And a lot of fucking time. But anyways, I feel like we're just going in circles with this.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys like the video, comment, share with your friends if you enjoyed this podcast. I'm really enjoying doing this so far. I mean, it's only our second time, but I'm looking to see where else we can go with it. We're gonna include all our social media shit in the description. We also started SugarCoat Podcast Facebook page. There's really nothing on it yet, so again,
there will be.
We're working on it. We're just starting
polls and stuff like that.
Yeah, what you want us to talk about next, that type of thing.
And actually, if you don't want to comment on here, comment on there.
Yeah, there you go. Like us on Facebook, and then we'll include our personal, our personal stuff on there too, and then maybe a link to our first podcast if it's on here yet.
Yeah,
it should
be.
It should be on the Facebook page, or not YouTube. It should be on our YouTube channel right now. So if you guys haven't watched that, make sure you check that one out as well. It was our first one. It wasn't the greatest, but we enjoyed it. And is there any? I know I already asked. Are you sure there's nothing else you wanted to add?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay, great. Well, you guys, I love you guys. And
I love you too.
I love you guys. So you guys make sure y'all stay safe. Drink your water. Drink your water.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
You Snyder fans.
I know. You Snyder fans. I know. A lot of states are some states are getting rid of the mask mandate.
Yeah, April 24th or something like that.
Haven't some states already done it?
I'm not sure. Yeah. I've heard April 24th for some states.
I know you guys. I know a lot of people out there are against the mask and all that, but it actually does help. So, you guys, even if you guys don't have to, please still wear your mask. The virus is still out there. Not everybody's been vaccinated, and I don't want to get into this whole thing. If you think all this shit is conspiracy, fuck you. Okay, I have a personal thing with COVID. You know, I mentioned earlier, my grandfather passed from it, so I take this shit seriously. And people who call it a fluke and all that, I don't have time for those people. So please, wear your masks, okay? Be safe. Anyways, I love you guys. We said that already.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's late, so we're a little tired.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's early.
It's early. We woke up a couple hours ago.
Right. Anyways, you guys, we will see you guys very soon. Adios, and it's morphine time.
Nerds unite.
Tyrannosaurus. All right, good night, guys. I gotta go. I'm losing my fucking mind right now. All right, I will see you guys very soon. I just got a Manny's face.